Hey friends, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday and welcome back to Candle Review Sunday here on my channel. I actually realized that I still have a few more fall candles that I need to review from Homeworx. And so I thought I was going to go down to one video per Sunday going forward for the next little bit. But turns out I still have some more candles to get through. I'm trying really hard. I feel like by the time we get to October, which I can't believe we're in the month of October, I feel like I should actually mostly be done reviewing fall candles by this point, because I think if you are a candle person, you have probably already purchased everything that you plan on purchasing for the fall time, and your mind may now already be turning over to holiday scents. I have to admit that, sorry, I'm just kind of trying to center this here. I have to admit that my mind has already started to travel to holiday scents as well. But I am here for the fall. It is my favorite season, so I'm trying really hard to still put off burning my holiday candles that I have in my possession already, at least for the next couple of weeks. But I do intend to hit the ground running with holiday candle reviews before the end of October. So means I gotta start burning soon, which is nuts. I feel like this year is just flying by. Anybody else? Raise your hand. It's crazy. So today we first up have pumpkin caramel or caramel, whatever you call it, drizzle. And then a little bit later today, I have another Homeworx candle that I have fallen deeply in love with. So stay tuned for that. That review will be up a little bit later on this afternoon. So make sure you subscribe. Should pop up in your subscription box. Guys, let's get into pumpkin caramel drizzle. Now, here's the thing. I don't love this scent. The performance of this candle is fine. There's nothing wrong with the performance of this one. In fact, I just lit it up a little while ago and she's doing a really good job of pulling out already. You can see the wicks here they're still nice and tall. I'm definitely at the halfway point. The only thing I'm noticing with this one in terms of like performance is there does seem to be a lot more residue on the sides. Can you guys see that? It's just some wax residue. I don't typically have that with my Homeworx candles, so I'm not sure why this one is doing it, but yeah, that's the only thing that I've noticed that is quote unquote off about this one. But yeah, otherwise she's just burning like a champ. No sooting, no smoking, nothing like that. But let's talk about the scent. Admittedly, to begin with, I am not a caramel or caramel person at all. I love eating that stuff. Don't get me wrong. I will eat caramels for days, but I don't like the smell of a lot of caramel candles. I don't buy them from Bath & Body Works. I don't really buy them from any retailer. I did not even purchase this one. This one was actually sent to me from Homeworx as PR. So this particular one I did not purchase, but I decided that since they were generous enough to send it along, even though I don't typically like this type of scent, that I would give it a solid college try and let you guys know my thoughts, at least in terms of performance, and then tell you what I do smell. So yeah, let's get into it. Here are the scent notes. Pumpkin puree, sweet caramel drizzle, butter toffee, and vanilla bean. Okay, so basically I get just a whole lot of caramel drizzle and a whole lot of butter toffee. Not really much vanilla bean per se. And I definitely get some of the fall spices from the pumpkin puree. So there's some cinnamon, there's some nutmeg, maybe a little bit of clove hidden in there somewhere. But here's the thing about the caramel. And this just frequently to my nose, no matter who does caramel in a candle fragrance, it just ends up smelling slightly burnt to me. So like caramel that was maybe warmed or heated too much, and it started to like, I guess, caramelize a little bit. I'm trying to figure out the words here to best explain how this comes across to my nose, because it's not how other people pick up caramel notes. Most people talk about it being like gooey and sweet and, you know, just like a nice little hint of caramel. But to me, it's like the only thing that my nose picks up, and it just smells slightly burnt. And I don't like it when things smell burnt. I feel like on cold sniff, I even got that kind of like burnt caramel note. And I didn't like this when I first smelled it on cold sniff. I think I did like a haul video with a bunch of fall candles from Homeworx. And even when I sniffed this one on camera, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know what it is about the caramel note, but it just does not agree with my nose at all. The toffee that's in here mixed with that caramel, it smells like the Werther, you know what it smells like? It smells like Werther's Originals that you maybe put into a saucepan and then started to heat up, and then you got distracted and you're like, oh crap, I forgot about the Werther's Originals on the stove. And you came back and they were like slightly burnt. That's what this smells like to my nose. I don't think other people smell that though, so I don't think that you should just rely on my review here. I think you should definitely seek out some other reviews. It just doesn't smell right to me, and it doesn't surprise me because every time that I smell something caramel from Bath & Body Works, which during the holidays, they also love to crank out this type of scent, it doesn't smell good to me, you guys. So fragrance-wise, this is a big no for me, but performance-wise, she's fine. She's great. I gotta say, I don't even know if this one is still currently available anywhere. I'm gonna have to check. It might be on the Homeworx website, or it might already be completely sold out for the season. I'm still reviewing it because a lot of Homeworx scents, and if you're familiar with Homeworx throughout the last several years, you know that Harry tends to bring back certain fragrances again and again. And this just to me seems like the type of scent that he would totally bring back. So I have a feeling this will be back. If you missed it this year, hold your horses. I'm sure it'll be back. I would rather have something else come back in its place, but I just have a feeling that this will be back. I think a lot of people did enjoy it. But back to like strength, throw, that kind of stuff. So I have this in my office, which is the most, I would say, like enclosed room in our downstairs. My office does have some doors on it, so I can close the doors while I'm in there working and just have a little bit of quiet. I usually leave them open. You guys, this thing fills that office of mine like crazy. Too much. I've had to have the windows and the doors open while I've been burning this, which only serves to, as the wind comes through, push the fragrance even further into my house, unfortunately. So I'm smelling it like far outside of my office. But just in that space, this has a strength of like an 8. Here in my kitchen, where I moved it for the review because there's better lighting in here, the strength has gone down a little bit to like, I would say like a 7. On this kitchen island, things do tend to get a little bit more lost. The airflow in the kitchen just isn't super great. In my entryway, I would not dream to put this in my entryway because my entire house is going to smell like this, and that I don't want that. But the throw is also, I would say, in my office equally about an 8, but out here it's more of like a 6 in this particular area. I feel like most other areas it would probably still do pretty well in terms of throwing. But yeah, it's too strong for me, and just not a type of scent that I personally care for. That being said, if you like pumpkin and those pumpkin spices specifically, and you like caramel, I think you're gonna like this. If you don't like those things, like me, well, I love pumpkin, but it's the caramel. You're not gonna like this. Label-wise, it looks delicious, right? Like I would probably eat that. I just don't want to smell it in my house, if that makes sense. So for me, this one is a not repurchase for the future, but for you, if you can get it on as is, or if it happens to become available at the Homeworx website, if they're able to get more of them in, definitely worth picking up, especially if there's a decent sale. I know lately they've been doing a lot of like $3 for $55 on the Homeworx website with $5 shipping. Pretty decent deal. I haven't partaken in that myself per se. I may, depending on what else they get in stock there. But for the most part, I still end up buying most of my Homeworx candles from QVC because they tend to have the largest selection. So anyway, you guys, I hope that my take on this was helpful in some kind of way. I really do encourage you to check out other reviews of this particular scent, because if you're someone who normally likes this type of fragrance, I think you're gonna be just fine. Like I said, I have no complaints about the performance. It's just the fact that I don't like the fragrance itself. So go check out and see what other people say about it. I would say it's definitely authentic for what it is. Just not me. All right, you guys, there you go. Let me know if you have any questions, and if I can find a link for this, I'll put it in the description box down below. Otherwise, I will see you here in a few hours for the next Homeworx review, which, spoiler, it's gonna be of the Autumn Pumpkin Patch, and that one is mwah, chef's kiss, perfection, love it. Kind of want to order more, but trying to refrain, because like I said, I'm actually expecting a delivery from QVC today with the cranberry wreath. I ordered that, and that has shipped. My other ones still haven't shipped. Don't know where those are. Someday I will get all the candles. All right, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.